Good morning and welcome to VSA Capital 5-minute Morning Miner on Monday, the 7th of November. After a very wet and miserable weekend, really. So how are you, Paul, this morning?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit upbeat here, actually, even though it was a wet weekend, because the dollar weakened a little bit and the gold price and the silver price responded very nicely.
Oh, I'm delighted that you're feeling a little bit upbeat, Paul. That's always nice to hear on a Monday morning. Excellent. So what news would you like to kick off with this morning? Actually, I'll tell you what, why don't you kick off, because I think it's one of our clients, Central Asian Metals. They're marking the 5th anniversary of their ownership of SASA, aren't they? And just putting out a few sort of noticeable achievements. Why don't you just run through a few of those?
Yes, that's right. Central Asia Metals, the base metals producer in Kazakhstan and Macedonia. In this case, they've marked the 5th year anniversary of acquiring the SASA lead zinc mine in Macedonia. So they've essentially called attention to that. And then giving some of the milestones that they have achieved over the period of time. A lot of it is ESG work that they've been working there around Macedonia and SASA and so forth. And remember, too, they had a relatively minor tailings spill a few years back that they handled very nicely, both from a technical as well as a ESG reason as well, in handling community relations on that. So they've made sustainability target reduction goals as well in order to reduce their surface water use by 75% by the end of 2026. They've also generated 440 million in net revenues in lead zinc sales over the 3-year period. SASA employs about over 700 people, of which 99% of those are local workers. And they have been funding community development activities separately through a foundation, over $1.7 million committed into those local community activities. So that's just a bit of the activity and support that they've provided to that local area in Macedonia.
Well done, Camel. We do like Camel. Anyway, let's go on to some news, so to speak. I think Shanta Gold announced an update on their West Kenyan gold project. Cool.
Yes, they have an update in West Kenya on 3 different projects, or 3 different deposits within their projects. Phase 2 drilling program in conversion of inferred resources to indicated at the Sulu Bushiangala project or deposit area, and also at the Ramala deposit area. So they've released a few drilling results there. In both cases, we're talking about of the drill holes reported, we're looking at 2 meter to about 17 meter intercepts they report here. And the grades running from 1.4 grams to over an ounce, or 34 grams per ton. Awful lot of these are or well above 10 grams in intercept grades, and quite a bit of free gold too in the announcement. So I suspect there will be a gravity circuit in the plant in due course in order to utilize that.
Very good. Also noticed that whilst on a London-listed gold company, Sol Gold seems to have got a $50 million investment from TSX-listed Osisco royalty.
Osisco royalty has taken a $50 million investment into Sol Gold's Cascabel project there, copper gold project, and a big one there in Ecuador. Osisco is going to get a 0.6 or 0.6% NSR interest on Cascabel in net smelter, and Sol Gold has the opportunity to buy back 1/3 of that NSR over a 4-year period if they find it a benefit to do so.
That's a pretty good investment. A little bit of news out on Afritin.
half for tin. The AIM quoted tin miner in Namibia in the US mine district has completed its phase 1 expansion of operations. So in the next 3 months, you will see or should see improvement in the total tin concentrate production to run rate at 1,200 tons per annum. And they continue to work on further expansions still, as well as developing further tantalum concentrate product production, as well as assessing what is the obvious, if you've been out there or seen photographs, obvious spodumene lithium potential on that property.
There are, not that I've been to see them yet. Maybe I'll get the invite. I never get invited anywhere. You geologists and analysts always get the invites. It's worth mentioning, perhaps, we've been talking a lot whilst on lithium, about lithium last week. Green Lithium today announced plans to build their lithium hydroxide refinery in Teesside, which of course is where Tees Valley Lithium basically is building, which is Alchemy PLC. So it's all go in terms of building lithium hydroxide plants. We act for Alchemy Capital, which is Tees Valley Lithium, and that's therefore where we're putting our money, so to speak. Anything else, Paul, you want to quickly mention?
Well, Caledonia Mining, the Zimbabwe dual-listed gold producer, has released an updated resource estimate for its Malagreen project down in Zimbabwe. It's now, they had a last statement out a little more than a year ago, and this updated one now showing 8 million tons of ore in the measured and indicated category at 1.7 grams for about 440,000 ounces, and another inferred resource of 6 million tons grading 2 grams. So we're getting up close, very close to 1 million ounces at Malagreen now.
Very good. I'll call it a day there, Paul, and see what's going. Just to alert people, I am on Thursday going down to Tungsten West, see how things are going. So just be aware of that. Anyway, we'll speak tomorrow, Paul. Thanks.
Very good. See you then.